little girl, you played with dolls, right? I said, yeah. Well, I ain't never wanted to play with no trains. I said, you didn't? No, I wanted to play with the dolls just like you did.
But does that make him less of a man?
I don't know. I can't judge. I can't. I just know there's something special about him. I don't know, and I don't profess to know because I just know it's something special about him, and God created him.
All right, so let me just say it again. A trans woman got into the UFC tournament and fought a woman, a real woman, beat the hell out of the real woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beat her. The real woman had no chance. Why don't they have trans people fighting trans people?
I don't know.
Why would a trans man want to fight a real woman? Why not fight a trans man?
They don't have no mind. Their mind gone. Don't you see what's happening? You asking me why? Because common sense is gone out of the window. We know that a man and a woman can't. Ain't no chance. Ain't no way that I'm going to try to fight no man. I'm going to be trying to get a chair or something and knock his head off or beat him to a pulp with something. I'm going to be running. That's what I'm going to be doing.
I've seen trans women beat men. So why would I put my money on a woman fighting a trans man?
I wouldn't even first put myself in that situation. I wouldn't even put myself in that situation.
And by me saying that, I want to say this. The gay community called on Netflix to cancel Dave Chappelle. Netflix decided to stay with Dave Chappelle, even though they got this huge community of people. But guess what? Netflix is a giant. What are they going to do? Gay people stop watching Netflix? That don't even add up. Look at all the gay shows that Netflix even have.
They ain't going to stop.
Right.
They ain't going to stop.
So you can't do nothing to Netflix with Coca-Cola.
You can't do nothing to CNN either. All of these people are part of a secret cabal.
Speaking of CNN, they had a gay person actually come on and defend Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a gay woman came on to Don Lemon and actually said, well, we got to have this dialect. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have to talk. At least we're talking. Instead of just cancel everything. At least we're talking, right?
Yeah, but they only talk about certain things. They don't talk about stuff they need to talk about.
Right.
That's why it's always an agenda.
Why
the
it's
stuff
not,
they need to talk about, they don't talk about.
Right. Just like why it's not okay for a trans woman to fight a real woman, even if she's had surgery, hormones, all of that. Why not fight trans people? Right? Because like I said, I've seen trans women beat the hell out of regular straight men.
It's all about the new reset. Okay? It's going to be a reset regardless. Whether it's going to be a civil war, something big is about to happen. Okay? These people have been trying for years to get things a certain way. And they're on the tip of the iceberg. And some people are too blind to see.
You came to me with a story earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain that story a little bit?
We just talked about those two kids. That was the two girls.
All right, tell me about it.
Oh, there were two girls missing here in Phoenix. Mm-hmm. They were missing, I guess, Saturday, the last time the mom seen them. I guess they were in the park. It was 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in the park?
Yeah, in the park or wherever they were. In the park.
How old
near the
were
house
these girls again?
3 and 4 years old. 3 and 4 years old.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, very. But a neighbor took the girls home and failed to tell anybody she took them home.
Kidnapped them?
If that's what you want to call it. But she took the kids home.
Took the kids home and did what to them?
She took them to her house for a sleepover. That's what she said.
A sleepover?
That's what she said.
And she didn't tell the parents that she was doing the sleepover?
She didn't know. Her defense was she didn't know that the kids were missing. So they let
She took them though, right? She took
them. Yes, she took them, and they let the mother see the kids.
She did not tell the mother
No,
But
she
she
didn't
did
tell
take him.
anybody. She didn't. She took him. Yeah, she took him. But she didn't
Not
tell
in
nobody
jail?
she took him.
She's not in jail?
No.
Oh my God, that's kidnapping. Textbook.
Call it
What
whatever
if
you
the
want.
mother knew they were at the park?
She didn't know where they was. She called the police. She didn't call the police till like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
And the neighbor had them all that time and didn't
She
knock
had
on
them
the
all that
door.
time.
Didn't tell her.
Let me see. Yeah, so that was Sunday. So they didn't find those kids till Monday, I think it was. It was announced that they was found.
So what happened when they found them?
They had a look like a news conference or whatever. They let the mother see them, but they put them back in they put them in CPS custody because they said they had to investigate, like why she had the kids all that time, why the mom didn't know she had them. So they was going to do it.
Oh, I hope they drop charges on that neighbor.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't, because common sense out the window.
Right. That neighbor.
If she had got the kids, I can understand her getting the kids, but I would have took them to the police department. I would have brought them to my home.
Right.
I would have just called the police and say, listen, I have these 2 kids here. They've been outside running all around. You need to come get them and find their mother. That's what I would have done. I don't know what in the world this woman was thinking, taking somebody else's kids home.
Right.
But then it might be maybe she got confused with the law. Okay?
Confused with picking up somebody's kids and not telling them?
What is it they tell these women when they have these kids and they don't want them? Bring them over there to the hospital. Take them to the...
No, what do you mean? I'm talking about, what do they tell people who...
maybe that's what
kids, right?
I know, but maybe she thought she was doing... I'm trying to play devil's advocate because I don't know what in the world
But
that
that's
woman
the devil,
was thinking.
definitely, and it sounds like that.
I mean, I don't know why in the world she would take somebody else's kids home. I can understand her seeing these kids out there playing around, thinking, well, somebody could rape these kids. Somebody could do... I would have called the police.
She could do it. The person
she could.
Could do it.
I would have called the police. I wouldn't have taken them to my home. I wouldn't take them to my home.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't even take those kids
to my home. What do these people think nowadays?
They don't think nothing. They're just crazy. Even down to even the stuff that people do makes no sense. None.
Right. I agree with you. I hope they arrest the neighbor for picking up somebody's kids. Like my neighbor.
They'll tell a lie in a heartbeat. These people tell a lie in a heartbeat, and you thinking, oh well, they're gonna believe me, and it's gonna be all right. No.
But the reason CPS took the kids is because of the simple fact that the mother did not report them missing for a couple of hours, right?
Yeah, because they wanted to know why in the world she waited so long to report those kids being missing.
Well, maybe she was looking for them. Maybe she was calling people and driving house to house.
I don't know.
That's crazy. Like, please, neighbor, don't grab my dog and take him in your house for hours. If your dog was running loose, I put him in my backyard.
Do like I do. Say, hey, that's what I do. I come outside, I see my neighbor, I say, hey, how you doing? And I get in my car and go where I'm going. I think that was this morning. We had a bad storm. I picked up the trash can and I came back. I was coming back in, bringing the trash can back in the garage. And I saw my neighbor. I know who she is because she said she bought the house or whatever. But that's really all I know about her. But she said, good morning. I said, good morning. And I went on back in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the ones on the other side, I know them. I know them enough. I know I can borrow, if I wanted to, I could borrow a cup of sugar, or I could ask him to do something like, hey, can you come up there and whatever. But I don't make that no habit. But I do know them well enough. I could. And that's enough for me. I don't get into nobody's business. My house is my sanctuary.
All right, you were telling me about a story about a school shooter the other day, right?
Yeah, that was in Texas.
Arlington, Texas. Come to find out it was an 18-year-old shooter.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was he was being attacked by a 15-year-old student. Now, we did a story on this. And what we came up with was why was an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old in the same goddamn class?
Maybe special ed or something, or special needs or something. I don't know. Because like I said, the news media only report certain things. You don't get all of the story.
The 18-year-old, there was a video of him being attacked by the 15-year-old. Now the 15-year-old was beating the hell out of him. The 18-year-old almost looked as if he had no win in the situation at all. So what happened was he went to a book bag and pulled out a handgun and fired shots.
And he won't pick at nobody else.
In the mix of him firing shots, he hit the young man that he was fighting, the 15-year-old. He hit him more than once, multiple times. He also shot a teacher.
He probably didn't mean to shoot her, but bullets don't have no name.
The teacher was a guy. But anyway, can you believe that he's 18 years old and he's out of jail? The next day he was out, walking down the courthouse stairs like he Tupac, ran into a car, was rushed into a car. He's 18 years old. He's an adult. Why would he be freed the next day, bro?
That's our good old law system. That's our system. That's the way it is.
Yeah. And you know, one thing we said when we talked about this particular story was that because he's black, he was let loose and he can cause more chaos in the community. Because why would he be let loose the next day? I understand that his parents got on TV and said that their son was bullied because he had things. Like people at school hating on their son.
Oh, child, please.
And then, like I said, why was an 18-year-old in the same classroom with a 15-year-old? Now, either that means the 15-year-old is smart as hell or the 18-year-old is dumb than a motherfucker, right?
I don't know.
So people say, well, what could they done? What could they done? I actually had a woman on the panel to say, what did y'all expect him to do? He had to protect himself. And I'm like, look, lady, he's 18 in a classroom with a 15-year-old. Drop the fuck out of school. Get your GED. Transfer. They live in Arlington, Texas, a wealthy neighborhood. This is not Dallas or Houston. What do you got to say about this guy being released from prison? I mean, being released from jail the next day.
Like I said, you know, they got two different laws for two different people. You know, the best thing you can do is don't get involved with people like that. Excel at what you trying to do. And just keep your energy, like your homeboy say, energy. That's really the best thing that you can do.
Yeah, Rose, but see, the thing is, I feel like they let this guy out because he's black. Like, it's going to be, like, if this was a white student that attacked people at a white school. All right, let's say that. A school shooter is a person that goes to the school to shoot people because he feel like killing people. Not to shoot a specific target, but to shoot people. He's going in there to kill everybody. That's a school shooter. They would have, even if he was a school shooter, white, I think he'll be still locked up or still in jail because of the simple fact that this guy is black. They let him go so he can cause more mayhem in the community.
They always hollering, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, I hear that all the time. I hear that all the time. And I know for myself, black people will kill up people in a heartbeat, in a ghetto. They'll shoot up everybody. But when it come down to sentencing, okay, with a black person and a white person, the black person will get most of the time if it's with a white thing. But if it's a black person that done kill another black person, they don't get no time.
Right. They let them back on the streets.
They don't get no time. And then the detectives that work the case, they turn around and stab the victim family in the back and ride the coattails of the deceased and make a name for themselves. Okay? I know because it happened to me. All right? Make money off the dead. Because my loved one been gone for 27 years. And if I was to call this man's name, most of you guys look at that kind of stuff. I don't like it. I detest it. Because you're profiting off of somebody's pain and misery. When you look at things like, what is it? The first 48 hours, I Am Homicide, your...
Exactly, Rose. Exactly. Those are the shows that should be canceled.
It makes no sense. And then the family members can't do anything. They can't do anything. And these people will sit there and vote for these people. They will vote for these people, these sheriffs and these judges. They will vote for
their
them.
community.
And they know they're evil.
For their community. All right, look, check this out. YouTube took down R. Kelly's music, right? Just because of the simple fact that R. Kelly, since he's been convicted, his music sales or his streams has went up 500% since he's been convicted. Like Roland Polanski, Harvey Weinstein. Why we don't have a push to get rid of these people's movies? What is his name? What's the guy? Willie Allen?
No, he did Hannah and her sister.
The one that had the adopted Chinese daughter.
Yeah, you're talking about her. Woody Allen. Woody
still got stuff on Netflix.
He's another one allowed.
Harvey Weinstein.
Look.
Still have stuff on Netflix, right?
Yeah, all of them do. They let
Why would they?
Because they showing
do
you
that
what
to
they
R.
do.
Kelly. This is YouTube though.
They don't care nothing about us. That's how it is.
But I'm pretty sure R. Kelly does not own his music, so they're hurting somebody else. Maybe should they done that?
No, but it don't matter what we think. They gonna do it anyway.
So YouTube is like trying to be a bully.
There is a big bully. They like the big boss.
Right. It is.
And we're the children of the big boss, and you know they get what is it, a strike, and then you get another strike, and then finally.
It's just like this, right? It's just like Boosie, the rapper Boosie. He's been kicked off of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all type of stuff for normal things, just regular internet things. He's been kicked off, and you've even had the executives of Instagram go, like he went on the Breakfast Club and talked about it. Like he's a fan, like Boosie, like I know Boosie, and like not like he know him, but like I know about Boosie and I know what Boosie says. No, he didn't stand up for him. He's like, I know about Boosie and woo, and I know what he do and I know what he say. We kicked him out. Almost like he's a stand instead of putting business in front of his own personal feelings. It's like, well, I watched Boosie's show and I don't like it, so I kicked him off. It's like, dude, y'all are media. You know what I'm saying? Like, the media don't get mad at reporters per se. And what they say, they keep them on because of them being controversial. They don't kick them off. It's like Big Brother. Like, yeah, I know. I'll be watching Boosie. I seen this stuff. I know who y'all talking about. He can't come back on the show. Almost arrogant. It's almost like this. I feel like this. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram need to be like utilities. Right? That's a Republican talking point. They need to be like utilities. The light company can't get mad at me because I got this show and I talk about black issues and say, well, we're not going to give you electricity. Right? So Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, they need to be broken up. These companies need to be broken up because they are utilities. They are places where people can come to and have a platform and speak their minds. You may not agree with this guy. He can. You still gotta patrol people. But the way the CEO of Instagram, oh yeah, little Boosie, I could just kick him off. You know what I'm saying? It's like you come on, man. You can't do that to people. You're too big for that. You need to pay Boosie no mind. Let him do his thing. And when he does actually things, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all hearing bad things about the guy on the internet. So you take him down. It's just like R. Kelly. They made Surviving R. Kelly, they took him down. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not working with companies no longer. We're working with people with
This
feelings.
stuff, I know, but this kind of stuff been going on for a long, long time. It's just that certain things you can fault. Like I said, I fault the news media when it comes down to it, because they're not reporting the news the way it should be. They hide what they want you to hide, and they've been doing that for a long time. Just like during the 60s, they knew that President Kennedy was a womanizer. They know it, but they protected it. And then finally, they let it out. And then when Roosevelt was president, okay, he went to Aiken, South Carolina to see his mistress. And while he was down there getting it on with her, he died.
All right, let me ask you this. Mark Zuckerberg and the CEOs of these companies that we all know, like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, why are they so invested in their companies to where they're acting like if they like you, they keep you on. If they don't like you, they kick you off?
It's a system. It's a good old boys club. If they like you, you in. If you fall out, then you out. That's how it is.
That's crazy.
That's how it is. That's just how it is. He just passed away. He has that big church on Crenshaw. Fred Price. Fred Price did a thing about racism, and he used to be real tight with Kenneth Hagin. I mean, they used to travel together.
Who was that?
Huh?
Who was Kenneth Hagin?
Kenneth Hagin was a minister, but he passed on. But he has a school, Rhema, a Bible school in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So when Fred Price was doing this thing on racism, Hagin ain't want nothing else to do with him. He threw him away like yesterday's lunch. So if you in today, you can be out tomorrow. Like my mama say, be careful to the people you meet going up, because when you come down, it's a long, long fall. And that's kind of like how it is. Michael Jackson, he ain't no different. When he fell down hard. But all them people was, they help him along.
But you know what? One thing about Michael Jackson, he's not Boosie. He's not R. Kelly.
No.
You know what I'm saying? YouTube will get canceled trying to shut Michael Jackson down right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't been found guilty of anything.
I know.
So they can't. So that's what they would say to separate R. Kelly from Michael Jackson.
I know, but they still found a way to get to Michael. They still found a way to get to Michael. I never believed any of that stuff. I didn't. But some people believed it. And they never, like you said, they never prosecuted him. But you had those in the media.
Him that he beat it.
Well, he have something, when you have all that innocent money. I don't think he ever did it myself. I think his only crime was getting into bed with the boys. I don't think he touched none of them.
I don't know if he even did that. Did he say that? Because I'm not sure if he.
He said he slept in the beds with them. He called them parties. He did say that.
Scantily clad.
Well,
yeah.
It don't matter now. Anyway, some people say he faked his death. They say Elvis faked his too.
Why Elvis? Shit. If I was living when Elvis was living,
he said he in Kalamazoo, Michigan somewhere.
Elvis ain't fake his death, definitely. Michael could have faked his death.
And Tupac and Biggie, I guess they faked theirs too.
No, Tupac and Biggie dead. Michael Jackson
Hey, did
did
you notice
also.
they ain't never? That's another thing. They never found out who killed these people. That's probably why they never found out, because they maybe faked their death, but they never found out who killed these people.
Rose, I got something to tell you about.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about a new serial killer who was convicted in 2019, killing black women on
Yeah, I heard you
date
talk
night?
about that. I just heard you talking about it. Yeah, I heard you talking about it, but I didn't know anything about it. I watched the clip.
Why did Gabby Petito have so much coverage? Just one person coming up missing, but 3 black women coming up dead.
But he's not. You know what? After I heard that, he's not the only black serial killer. Okay, because there was one in South Carolina. He killed a bunch of people. Mm-hmm.
Mm. And what happened?
Well, they put him in. He in jail.
So my thing is this: 3 black women can come up missing, dead. They all use the same dating app. The police did not find the guy. You know how the guy got caught? One of
his friends turned him in.
One of the friends of the victim got online and catfished. One of the friends of the victim got online and searched for this guy and found him. That's how the police caught him. Nobody turned him in. Nobody did nothing like that. The guy got caught by trying to kill again. What do you think about that? What was wrong with this guy? 25 years old. 160 years.
Sick. You can't argue with a sick mind.
You can't?
Sick. You can't argue with a sick mind. It's sick and perverted. Why are you going to argue with a sick mind? You can't.
Did he deserve 160 years in prison?
The judge say so. They should keep them kind of people on an island somewhere.
My question to you is, did the police drop the ball? It's because of this. All right. So a friend of the victim got online. He said, yeah, I'm going to search for this guy and I'm going to find him.
Yeah, when they come down to investigate it, yeah. I think they just probably said, oh, well, they're just 3 black women. I don't care. That's probably what they said.
This happened on a date app, right? So it's like, there got to be some type of paper trail for a date app. Somebody should have seen the text messages and said, hey, you were supposed to be meeting up with this guy, right? It took for a friend to take matters into their own hand. Why was the police so slow?
I just told you.
To figure out that this guy was on a date app. All 3 of these women were on the same date app.
The friend had more sense than the police had.
No, somebody said social media is catching more people than the police. And that's why we need to defund. We need to defund the police, because they need to get back to regular police work instead of acting like they're Kung Fu Joe or Rambo, popping out of tanks. They want tanks, they want rocket launchers, they want AR-15s, but they're not protecting the communities. Because I just find it weird that 3 women died and a police officer didn't say, hey, they all got the same dating app. They all talk to the same guy.
You probably find them sitting around a tree somewhere in some of these small towns, sitting behind a tree, sleep or something. I don't know. You know, defunding the police, that's a lot to...
You know what defunding the police, man? You know how much a police officer can make a year?
They can make a lot of money. I know they can. Because they can do side jobs.
No. I'm talking about just for the police. Not the side job. Just for the police. A police officer was caught on film making over $100,000 in overtime while he was at the house, saying that he was at this position and that position. The news found that out. Why are the police so bad at investigating?
I don't know. You know, defunding the police, that's a lot to... You know, defunding the police, that's a lot to... You know, they can do side jobs.
If an investigative journalist can find out that you're not where you said you are, but you're milking the city.
They part of a secret. They part of a secret caboose too. All of these folks and these sororities and all these. This is a big old rabbit hole. You really got to do some investigating yourself and find out what all this stuff is.
It's not my job to investigate. I don't understand it.
It's your job to know. If you really want to know, then it's like having a cake, a piece of cake. Well, having a
Eating
pie.
it too, huh? No.
And you want some whipped cream. And you want some whipped cream on it. You better get your fat behind up and go get that whipped cream and go on that. Put it on that pie. A lot of this stuff is connected. These people are part of a society or whatever you want to call it. These sororities where they go out online and if you just was to do just a little bit of research, you would find out these sororities put a lot of these people in places. It's the same way with acting. It's the same way with these chef shows. It's the same. It would make you, if you was just to do a little bit of it, would make you so sick. You would never look at Hollywood or the news the way you look at it again. You would start looking at things totally different.
I do. You know what? Before YouTube decided to shut R. Kelly down, it came out that he wanted to tell. He wanted to tell on other celebrities who were sleeping with minors. Like, again, really? Is other celebrities that were sleeping with minors?
They get a high off of that. I'm telling you, this stuff is so perverted, so sick. You don't want to know nothing about it. That's just how sick it is. And see, they have like little things going on. Like, I'll give you an example. Like Jennifer, you remember Jennifer Lopez? She had what? Twins. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. The black guy, what's his name? Nick Cannon. They had twins. Beyonce and Jay-Z, they had twins. So that was a popular thing for all of them to have twins.
See, that's the thing right there. Jay-Z, I think R. Kelly got dirt on Jay-Z.
He probably do.
You think they should give R. Kelly time off because he tells like on a Jay-Z?
He can't tell. He can't tell. You take an oath when you join the entertainment business.
He said he wanted to tell. R. Kelly said he wanted to tell.
Well, he didn't tell because he probably would have killed him. That's why they put him in jail. They do things just like when Bill Cosby, when they got him.
No. By you saying that about R. Kelly, right? By you saying that about R. Kelly, I think that's true. They're going to let the other pedophiles get away with it because...
they reward them because they keep the secret.
Right. But they're going to keep R. Kelly in jail. They're going to say, oh, well, you're crazy. You just want to tell on somebody to get out.
Look, when they be doing this right here, doing this, they telling them, I'm holding up my end to the brotherhood.
Rose, you crazy.
No, hey, I'm telling you. Look, just like the other man, he sold his rights. What's his name? He can't sing to me. He sounded like Tom Petty. God bless his soul. He died of an overdose. The other one, he's still out here. His old butt. What is his name? Ed Bradley interviewed him. What is his name? He said, I'm holding up my end. And Ed Bradley said, well, why you holding up your end? Why you doing it? He said, to master this thing that helped me got to where Bob Dylan, that's who it is. Bob Dylan. I'm holding up my end, the master of this thing that helped me get to
Bob Dylan. I don't know.
Yeah, Bob Dylan. He was in the civil rights with Joe Biden.
You like the wife for homie. No, nothing.
No,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
I was,
saying. I'm just saying. But
I think
anybody that interviewed those people that asked them anything about it, they later was found dead. Okay. So Ed Bradley, he gone. Okay. He gone. Tim Rosser. He used to be, matter of fact, he was
Damn,
the
Rasa.
only,
Who the fuck?
he
Rasa.
was the Meet the Press. He was the only person of Meet the Press till he died. He died coming back from Rome. He interviewed George Bush and George the son, George Bush, and he interviewed John. They had the two Johns running for president. John
John
Kerry.
McCain.
No, John Kerry. It was John Kerry. John Kerry. This was like 80. Was it 88? 80? No, 90 something or 2000, whenever it was. But anyway, he interviewed them. He interviewed them, both of them. He asked Bush. He said, President Bush. He said, is it true that you went to Yale, you and John Kerry? He said, yeah. He said, is that still around? Was you in Skull and Bones? He said, 322. He said, yeah. He said, man, is that still around? He said, yeah. He said, well, tell me about it. He said, oh, I can't tell you about it. I can't tell. And there was this look on his face. And then he had John Kerry on the next week. And they asked John Kerry about it. John Kerry said, I can't talk about that. I just think this president taking us to the wrong direction. And the next 2 weeks, Tim Russell went to Rome on a vacation because his son had just graduated from college. The plane comes in from Rome, Italy, and Tim Russell has a heart attack, dies mysteriously.
So you think R. Kelly gonna die mysteriously?
Well, he ain't told. He finna go to jail, but I'm saying all these people. Though. Well, he know that guy know he better keep his mouth closed. But it sure is strange. It sure is strange them guys gone. That's all I can tell you. Because Tim Ross are gone, and so is Ed Bradley. And they was asking
maybe them. They won't. Maybe R. Kelly want to die. He probably.
I don't know. I'm just telling you. It sure is strange that they gone. And they asked about that.
Right. Let's talk about somebody recently. Like, what's the guy name that killed himself? I mean, they got beat up by the prisoner in jail, Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, he got he had a lot going on with a lot of these people.
Prince Do you think Andrew. R. Kelly want to die like Jeffrey Epstein just because he know that he's going to die anyway?
Maybe. Some people say Epstein fake his death, but I don't think
he got
so.
Enough
I
money,
used to think that. Yeah. Well, what's her name was able to live off the land for a while till they caught her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and Prince Andrew, they trying to get him. They trying to get him. I don't think they will though.
And his ass dead.
Who? Prince Andrew? No. You talking about Prince Philip?
Nah.
That was strange with him the way that lined up too, the way he died.
Yep.
He was 99 years old and he died on the 99th day of the year.
Good job.
Guys, we really do appreciate you watching us. Okay? I want you to go and subscribe to Mind Hack 101, hosted by Rose Williams. I need you guys, all right? I need you guys to go and subscribe, all right? We really need you because we're trying to build a platform for not just for the Black community, but for everybody. You can agree to disagree. It's about hearing your side of the story, okay? To get the right kind of news out here. Because what we know that the news media does not report on certain things. And it does not make any sense. And that's probably why we're divided. Because there's still a stench where we're not equal. And if enough people get together, we won't be divided. And I think that's what the founding members wanted of this country, for everybody to be together.
I don't think so. Not the
Well,
founding members. They wanted things the way they
some
had
of
it.
them did, but then
They
why did
had
they
free
say
labor. They
get into
had
it? No, hush,
free
hush.
sex.
You finna.
They had everything. Not the founding members. They had.
Well, you know
They
what?
wanted
That's what they go
everything
by.
they wrote was for the rights
That's
of
what they go.
them, not for the rights of us.
But look, certain things.
They had
certain
free
things,
sex. They can buy a female.
You going on like you tell me you going on to another subject.
No. But the founding fathers, they could buy a female, have sex with that female or breed her with somebody else, and have another child to come up out that female that they groomed for them.
Sally Hemming, you know who she is?
Yeah.